Oh my goodness. It is that time. It's also time for my computer to break, but we're good to go. Okay, we're good. Welcome to a new season of the TF Motorsports podcast. I'm Thomas Frasco. It is January 12th, 2026. Happy 10th anniversary for TF Motorsports as we're continuing to have the big celebration this year. And we got a lot of things to talk about here on the podcast. New start time, of course, 7 p.m. Eastern is now the new starting time. And we're going to rock things right. We got a lot of things to talk about. Hot Wheels, Monster Jam, All-Star, Supercross, NASCAR, plenty of things to talk about. And we got a couple of different things here on the podcast this time for the new season. So not only do we have a brand new look, as you see a nice new thumbnail style, all new logo, but on the Discord, after a certain point, if you want to join the discussion for like a certain part of the podcast, like for like a certain topic, and if you're listening through here, then be sure to let me know and I can drag you right in. This is the on the Discord server there is a waiting room, and on that waiting room, you just join that, and then eventually I will drag you right in and you'll be good to go. So that's a brand new thing that we're going to start doing, kind of like a phone line almost, except without a phone number. I mean, I would be crazy to actually add my phone number on here. That would be really ridiculous. Anyway, so we got a couple things going on before we start. Of course, we got some good videos coming up. The Meadowlands Project MetLife video, that one of course has been in the works for a while. I wanted to get that out by last month, but I just never got to finish it because I've been just so busy. So I'm aiming for this month. I want to try to get that out. And then there is a new video that's going to be coming out, of course, that was promoted this month. This being with me and Off Track Productions as we go over the future superstars of monster trucks, being Zach Garner of Wildside, John Zimmer Jr. of Terminal Velocity, and Triton Robbins of Crazy Train, as we go over their brief career, talk about some of their highlights, and give our honest thoughts about them in a very pretty cool and unscripted video. And then, February, there's a couple things that are going on there. Small Scale Speedway, they're having another monster truck event for the RC stuff that I'm helping out with. That's February 7th. So shout out to them. And of course, the other video that I've been heavily promoting is I tried Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire. That one's going to be coming out in February because the event I'm going to is in February, where I give my honest thoughts and everything about it. So that's going to be a pretty fun video because I've never went to that series at all, but also I'm looking to do it like a vlog. It's not going to be like Motorsports Hour or even just like a regular video that I've done before. It's just going to be more or less a very nicely edited video. Also, bear with me if you hear my dogs barking. All right, so let's get things underway here as we have something big that's been happening in the monster truck industry, this being Monster Jam. Orlando happened, and yeah, with that event, there was something that happened during freestyle, and I saw the clip, and this has been like the major thing that people are talking about. Tristan England of JCB Digatron, during freestyle, midway through his run, or midway through the clock, because he ended his run early, he went and got this like big sky wheelie from that one ramp on the corner of the track, and he then shifted the truck in reverse in midair and then just mashed the throttle and got this like front flip kicker move. Now, again, another rigs or rods like move done in real life. And again, Tristan actually he's been practicing it on rigs for like what do you say? Because he posted it on a story a couple days ago. I think that was maybe like 2 or 3 years. But yeah, and he managed to get it to work, and now this is yet another move that could actually be done in real life. So I hope more people attempt this move because this is definitely something that's really, really interesting. I know you said you were done with Monster Jam content, but after this weekend, you got to go back to it. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of requests, a lot of them, to get back to the content. Like quite quite a bit. I mean, the only time that I will talk about it is going to be on the podcast. Like for now, I'm not doing full dedicated videos, but if I have to talk about it on the podcast, like if it's something that I have to bring up, then I will have to go and bring it up on the podcast. And yes, he did do that move on purpose, as he posted a story a couple days ago. And all right, let's start bringing in some people since they wanted to talk about the Monster Jam thing. We got Monster Jump and CRD in here. Yep. So we're about to get things here underway. So I know you guys wanted to talk about this topic. Tristan England doing this crazy kickflip move in Orlando, and it's been pretty much the talk of the monster truck community. Um, so we'll start with Monster Jump. So what was your thought on that move? We'll get back to that. Is CRD on?
Honestly,
Oh, there we go.
on that move, it was pretty unexpected that Tristan England pulled off. I almost lost my voice after that because it was unexpected.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's quite a lot of people
Oh,
who were screaming their brains out from that move. I've seen a couple of angles from that, and now CRD Con, are you there, man? I just heard the mic briefly. Oh, hang on 1 second. Yeah, having a quick Discord issue. Will be all right. There we go. So I think I forgot to unmute myself through Discord, so that was interesting. Anyway, so I'm now fully talking to Monster Jump and CRD. My apologies. Now CRD, what about you?
uh, sorry, I'm a little nervous here. I'm around Miss Frasco. Uh,
Come on.
yeah, I mean, I mean, it, it's first day, kind of nervous. But yeah, I mean, every year it seems like we always have like a shocking moment for Monster Jam community, but then Monster Jam always, decides if they want to keep it or not, or then they ban it. Kind of like NASCAR, safety hazard. Um, I'm all for this jump. It kind of gives me mad scientist vibes, or like Neil Elliott vibes back in World Finals 18. Um, yeah, but yeah, I'm all for this. I think that everyone probably got wild and stuff like that for Tristan England because he's a good driver in general. Even back in Earthshaker when I saw him win the World Finals championship. Um, he's one of those drivers that is definitely going to continue on this sport and I feel like one of these days he's going to win a championship series. Or did he already win a championship series?
I
He did.
it's been a while. I don't remember. I think he
I
did.
yeah. I don't watch this stuff that much anymore. But I saw it and I'm like, okay. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. We kind of just gotta. I just kind of gotta keep a hold on what else I gotta say because we gotta see if Onshim's gonna allow this move to continue on or not.
Yeah, and again, the only way that I'm getting the Monster Jam information is pretty much from the Discord and also other Discords as well, because I'm just doing other stuff at the moment, or just
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really watching the full events anymore. I'm just kind of yeah. But if there's something noteworthy that I have to talk about, I'll bring it up here. Um, Now, is there any other things you guys want to say on this topic, or do you guys want to talk about something else in Monster Jam before we get you back off the call?
I mean, Christian England almost died if he didn't fail. If he failed.
Uh,
Yeah.
like honestly, it was a move I did not see coming. Like, I thought Tristan was going to fail the move when he first did it. Because even I said, wait a second, was that a front flip or a kick flip? I'm gonna probably say that was a kick flip
Yeah, front.
because
Yeah, that's definitely right. Say your say what you think. Sorry that I cut you off.
it's okay. It's okay because I think Tristan, I think he probably backed up the wheels or probably the front wheels, and that's what got him that rotation. So if he did not do that, he could have failed that move and he would go on the side.
Mm.
So I could see Tristan do this move again for like future shows if he wants to get basically the full on rotation like he's been practicing for a couple years and all that.
Yeah, awesome.
So
Oh.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Just crossing my fingers if Tristan can pull this move off. Like actually, I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers.
Possibly.
Finals would probably be a
I
good
mean,
idea for him to pull it off.
Oh, don't forget to ask Tristan that if you're there. Again, thank you guys for being in the topic. Again, you could always ping me back if you want to be on the next part of the topic. Just keep on listening.
No problem. No problem. No problem. I just want to say is thank you, Thomas, and also I just want to say is hi YouTube. This is Monster Jump, aka Sassy Cat Hill. This is the first time that you're hearing my voice. I'm basically the person who joins the live streams for Monster Jam and basically watching the shows all together. So just want to say is hi YouTube chat.
There you go.
I'm just here. I'm just here. In UNOH, living life. Summer retard.
Okay, good luck to your passion. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's bring in Danny the Pigeon, who is now on the podcast, as he wants to get a little bit of a his thoughts on Tristan England's crazy kickflip move from Orlando, as of course this is the major headline of the podcast.
It's good, Thomas. How's it going?
I mean, I'm good. I'm doing good. Again, just been doing work stuff, but other than that, doing fine. So again, with Tristan's move, it's been going all over the place on social media pages. What's your thoughts on it now that you wanted to chime in on it?
So, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, that was pretty insane. It's not a problem with the move itself, it's the fandom around the move where people are instantly like, oh my god, it's the first front flip since 2017, Leo Dono. I don't believe that it was a front flip.
Nah.
But
anybody yeah. I just wanted to chime in. There's definitely a difference. With the front flip, you actually get the truck into like a certain position and you like just go and like catapult the truck. But with the kickflip, you're openly doing it off the ground. So kind of like you're doing skateboarding stuff. That's what I kind of compare it to. You do it off,
Yeah,
yeah, doing it off the ground. That's a kickflip, but doing it from a ramp, that's a front flip.
that's what I was getting at.
Yep. So with that front flip, once he got up into that position, wait, were you watching the live stream or did you see it from a clip?
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah. So were you expecting anything once that was about to take shape or no?
No, I thought he was just gonna rebound and either save it or flip or whatever. I was not expecting a full-on kickflip, forward roll, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we put you back on the weight room?
Um, I think the next people that might attempt it will probably be Weston or Tyler.
Oh, we got some predictions going on here. Anyway, Danny, always great to see you, and thanks for being on. And if you want to join back in, be sure to send a ping.
All right.
And yep, if you want to join in on the conversation on anything that's going on here on the podcast, be sure to go ahead, join the weight room in the Discord, and then send me a ping, and I can have you right on the podcast right away. As that's going to be, again, something brand new that I'm doing this, starting this season, that I'm going to try to make it a more common thing here on the podcast. As we got, I think we got another person here. All right, we got Garrett in here, Garrett Hansen. As of course, as you know, he is in Loud Pedal Monster Trucks. If you're on the ROR Motorsports Network, which is heavily promoted on the Discord. Garrett, welcome back on.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like 2-3 weeks since the last episode. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so you wanted to talk about the kickflip or something else?
Yeah, I was going to come on and talk about my thoughts on the thing that Tristan did
Okay, so
Saturday.
let's hear it.
I mean, it's cool and all, but again, it's not a true front flip. It's like, it looks like Tristan almost did it intentionally just to do something cool out of it, because I think he was broke partway through his run.
Oh no, he's been like waiting, as he said on his story. He's been like waiting for that certain position, and then, yeah, he openly did it on purpose.
Oh.
Yeah. And once again, I do agree with you with it not being a front flip, as that's why I called it a kick flip, because again, it was off the ground, but still, definitely a first in monster trucks. So with that, now from Danny, he joined on, Danny the Pigeon, and he actually made a prediction of who could be next. I believe he said Weston or Tyler. Who do you think could actually attempt this move next if they decide to make this a thing and not ban the move?
I think probably Ryan, because I know he did it in one of the Hoonigan videos, I think a couple years ago. In one of the outtakes.
Oh yeah, he had.
I forget which Hoonigan video.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I remember. He had like an odd rebound off of something, and he just like flipped the truck off of the bounce. So yeah, that was
that actually hurt.
Yeah.
That actually damaged the frame.
Oof.
Because he landed so hard on the back end of the truck.
Yeah, that, and also it was not dirt; it was all asphalt. I think. Yeah, because they were doing like a burnout.
Asphalt and concrete barrier.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add before put you back in the weight room?
Other than Hot Wheels is getting there now. That's
And yep, that will be discussed again later on tonight. Garrett, again, thanks for talking through this little section here, and
Yeah.
of course, if you want to join back, send me a ping.
All right. Well, probably might do that at some point.
All right, and I think we might have one more possibly. And this is none other than the old school fan, Patrick. He is back here on TF Motorsports. Patrick, welcome back on.
Hey everyone, this is Old School Fan joining you guys live on TF Motorsports Podcast.
All right, so, and you wanted to talk about the KickFlip. Tell us your thoughts.
I'll tell you what, as someone who's been a fan of monster trucks for going on 23 years, have never really seen anything like this. Now I've seen crazy moves like Art McDonald's slap backflip from World Foul 16 and some other crazy moments. Like of course like Leo O'Donnell's World Fouls 18 front flip, but yeah, this one was pretty unique as well. It seems like these kind of stunts are kind of rare nowadays. It seems.
And yeah, with and now I'm gonna ask this again. We heard a couple of responses here. We heard Weston could be the next, Tyler could be the next, Ryan Anderson could be the next. Who could be the next one to do that kickflip?
I have to say, more than likely, Tyler. I mean, I will say this though, Weston, he's definitely an up and comer. But I have a feeling Tyler Medica could do it.
All right, we got to vote for Tyler. Patrick, any other things you want to say before I put you back in the waiting room, unless if you want to get back on?
Oh, not really. Plus, I got other things going on. But I will say this quickly before I go. Thank you for having me on the podcast. And yeah, to all the viewers, if you want to go check out my channel, it's just Old School Fan 00 signing off.
All right, Patrick, have a good one.
Yep, you as well.
Thank you. And yep, so it looks like we're going to end off that topic discussion there. And again, for the next several topics that I'm going to get into, if you guys want to go and join in on the discussion live here on the podcast, front and center, kind of like a phone line, be sure to go ahead and wait in the waiting room in that voice call and ping me exactly when you want to be on, or if you want to go on right now. Then I'll be able to put you right in the podcast into that voice chat, and you'll be able to say exactly what you want to say right here and make it history. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's get into the track discussion. So I'm going to talk about the tracks that recently has been put into the Stadium Series that Monster Jam has. The East one was that same track that happened at, I think it was St. Louis. It actually managed to fit Orlando, and although we didn't get too much air, the show was pretty good. Again, racing normally is good. Again, skills is just hurting at this point. One big gripe I got for like both Stadium Series, it's just the skills competition definitely is dead. Because they narrowed it down to one hit. And yeah, I seriously don't understand why they did that. Anyway, again, there's a whole dedicated video that I did like last year if you want to know why. But for freestyle, there's some pretty interesting things that can happen on the track, but certainly still has that cluster issue in my opinion. But that's about it. And then going into the West Tour, they actually brought back the older St. Louis style track, and we're going to actually pull that up here. So this was on the Discord right here. You can see that this track looks kind of similar to the older styles, except there's some noticeable differences. The track itself is relatively flat or kind of small. You can see that with this section especially. There's some areas that are a little bit steep and a little bigger, which is nice. But I still feel like they could have went and added that sending ramp. Because remember last year, Zach Gardner and Ryan Anderson and Bryce Kenny on the West Series used to go and just hit that ramp and get massive air, almost getting to like the top section of the stadiums. But now we don't really have that anymore. That's just something I wanted to point out because I know they seem to have really taken out that. So yeah, so that's just my thoughts on that. And now we have another request. We're going to bring Monster Jump back on the podcast as he wants to go now and talk about the tracks for East and West. So go on ahead.
All right. So for Stadium Series West, I'm glad they end up using the St. Louis track because it is a track we have not seen for a while, and glad they brought it back. So far, that track has been doing good for a few drivers. And for East, they did that one track they used for St. Louis and Glendale, and they used it for Orlando, and that track ended up getting pretty good for some of those drivers. And for that track, Orlando, for that, ended up having one of the best shows of the year, in my opinion.
Yep. So now with those two tracks, which one is one that you prefer the most?
For me, I'm gonna go for the St. Louis / Glendale track because it's very unique and the racing style is unique. Definitely enjoy it. Freestyle. I could see it being good because since back in Orlando last weekend, it was pretty good. So I could see throughout this year, the track will be a lot more good for some of these drivers because we could get a lot more wow moments from that track.
All right. Any other final thoughts on your discussion?
My final thoughts are can't wait to see how this St. Louis and Glendale track progress. I also can't wait to see how the St. Louis track will do.
All right. Thanks for joining.
No problem.
And yep. So again, all that. There's still plenty of time, of course, to do any conversation you want. Just let me know in the chat, and I'll be good to go to let you in. But yeah, so if I had to choose, just by a little bit, it is the St. Louis style racing. Although it's pretty flat as a track, I still feel like it's the step in the right direction. Because in my opinion, the track that they have for the East Tour is just a little clustered. There's although there's some things you can do on it, I just feel like it's kind of a mess. And of course, both tracks has the issue of not really having too much steep things. I guess with the West Tour, the only thing that was steep was that APEC ramp. That's really all I could say. So with both ramps, both tracks, excuse me, in my opinion, I just feel like they could have done a lot more. And yeah, again, if anything pops up, I will I'll definitely be talking about it. All right, so we got a couple people on here. Let's go ahead and let's bring in one of them. We got Faded on here. and they want to go ahead and talk about the track and the kickflip as well.
Yeah, the kickflip. Watching that live, I admit I stood up a little bit. I stood up out of my chair because I haven't seen anything crazy like that in a long time. The last thing I seen anything crazy live. Actually, I was at the World Finals when the first front flip was hit. I was 16, and I've just been hoping for something even close to that. I know Joe Foley's attempted it on one of the tours a while ago, but he could never fully get the rotation. I think I'm not sure. I think it was at Anaheim.
Um, I think it was San Diego. I think it might have been like what it was like a ballpark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was one. I think it was probably close in that area, possibly.
he fully rolled it into the barriers. The track for East, it's very cluttered and chaos as we seen from the first live stream. Like that was rolling every truck, everybody was rolling all over the place. It was fun, entertaining to watch. Wes had a lot of problems when it came to trucks. Zach didn't have any good time. He kept having trouble. Who else had trouble? Kayla. It was. I think East is going to be the better tour, purely because there's going to be a lot of chaos with this track layout.
All right, and any final thoughts?
Uh, I think Bari's going to take West the championship.
Ooh, going for Bari.
Yeah.
All right, so Faded, thanks for joining, and you're always more than welcome to join back at another discussion.
All right. Cool.
And yep, and just anybody who is in the weight room, make sure that you ping me, because it's kind of just to like make sure that that you like let me know that like you're ready. That's pretty much what it is. Once I see the ping, I know you're ready, and then I'll let you in. So that's just for anybody that wants to join in. All right, so now it's time to talk about something that I'm ready to tear up to shreds. This being Freestyle Mania. So again, I was kind of like, even though that I did my share last year, I was still kind of hesitant because it was technically still a trial run during the summer. But now they made it a full tour. And they went and they just made no changes. No changes. So Freestyle Mania is, I think it's honestly, it's a scam. My opinion, it is a scam. Like here, I have this. I actually made this in a short amount of time. So this is the original Freestyle Mania from 2009 to 2011. And this one's the current Freestyle Mania. This Freestyle Mania right here, I've seen this one twice in person at the Izod Center. This is the 2010 version of that exact event. So, noticeable things for this version. They went and they had a track where if it was concrete, you would have 3 double van stacks and a line of cars. And then for dirt, you would have this like double section, a dirt pod, and then you would have this huge middle ramp right here, which could be used for a landing ramp for freestyle motocross. You had wheelies, you had donuts, you had timed racing, but it was called the UTI Maniac Challenge, so it kind of, it kind of worked out in that aspect. And then they went and had freestyle, but there was a intermission show after some t-shirt cannon stuff. They had freestyle motocross and freestyle quads, freestyle BMX bikes in the middle. They even had these street bikes that would be going up in like a little endo and kind of spinning around in the corners. They would have each one go off, and then they would have this big like show where like everyone was doing everything at the same time, and it was just such a cool thing. Again, if I can, I'm pretty sure I saved a video at some point, but I'll pull it up later on the Discord. But yeah, with Freestyle Mania, it was fully freestyle focused. The track, the aspect, the entertainment itself, it was just very giving. But with Monster Jam Freestyle Mania Part 2, this one's just take corporate bullshit. So you have these two arena pods, or it's the same thing. It's just they just colored it red, white, and blue. I do like the red, white, and blue that Monster Jam's doing, but geez. Freestyle Mania has been reduced to a basic arena event. There's actual side-by-side racing, skills, freestyle, and the freestyle motocross is now the team aspect. And what they end up doing is they like combined their points together, and I thoroughly hate it because we went from quads, bikes, BMX, street bikes, and like all together, dim lights with flash bolts and fucking spotlights, to now a basic event with freestyle motocross, except now they're scoring 2 competitions for them, and there's like 4 extra bikes. Like that's all they did. Like again, not taking anything away from the drivers. Again, they're talented as hell. But it's just, this whole event is just a scam. And if you weren't around to see this one, you wouldn't feel as offended. I honestly feel very offended at this version. Like, again, I'm not saying change is bad, you know. There's some bits of change that I do like. But the freaking Freestyle Mania new version is definitely something that I thoroughly hate. They just went and just called it Freestyle Mania, but all they did was just slap a few more freestyle motocross bikes and just had a basic boring ass event. Like, I would rather have a, you know, like, again, I'm not saying have like, you know, a whole crush car thing, because obviously Monster Jam's not doing that anymore. I'm saying like do something crazy track wise, but obviously have like a modern twist to it, you know? It doesn't have to be fully old school, because then you're obviously, you know, stuck in nostalgia. That's why I'm saying, like, I'd rather just be, you know, something different. And then for halftime stuff, get like an extra side act or something, you know? Just make it feel different. Because now that it's the exact same thing as all the other events, there's really no reason to go. I mean, you can see there's quite a lot of shots where there's not a lot of people that go to the Freestyle Mania shows, because they're just basic Monster Jam events. And people don't want to score bikes, because then you're pulling out your phone like 20, 30 times in one show. It's like I'm wondering, does that get exhausting for people? Especially with like moms or dads who are at the shows, they gotta pull out their phone like 20 times just to score. Yeah, that could get very, very exhausting. Especially if you're, you know, just there to watch a show. And again, that's what the old one was all about. It was just a show. It was fun. And then this one, it's just corporate bullshit with Spin Master. Like, they of course had to add Spin Master, because Monster Jam and Spin Master are just in bed at this point. I'm surprised they haven't. Oh wait, that's where Sparkle Smash came from. Fucking bumping uglies. So that's my thoughts on the Freestyle Mania thing. I fucking hate the new version so much, it really offends me. And we have a couple more pings here. We got Monster Jump back on the podcast. And yeah, so I was just ranting and raving about Freestyle Mania. I'm trying not to yell as much because I'm yeah, I'm just a little tired. But
It's
yeah,
okay. It's okay. You're
yeah,
good, Thomas. You're good.
but yeah, I would, but nah. Anyway, go ahead and tell me your thoughts.
All right. Okay. For me, for Freestyle Mania, honestly, the new Freestyle Mania is kind of like, just like maybe not good because here's why. Um, all independent trucks have to run felled bodies, which is like, why? Why do the independent trucks have to run fell bodies? It doesn't make any sense.
They just want to slowly turn into Hot Wheels.
Exactly. They want to turn to Hot
Like
Wheels.
again, as I'm saying, it's not like abrupt changes. It's like a slow burn. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because last year when they did Freestyle Mania, they had Team Throttle Monster. This year we have Sended Motorsports and also the Chalachicas with Brandon running Zombie for Sended, Kylie running Sparkle Smash, and Chucky Pocket the third driving Classroom Crusher.
And yeah.
It's
Oh, go ahead.
it's like why Monster Jam? Why do this? And also, if you look at Freestyle Mania, it's a regular vid. They just put the name and they just call it a day. It doesn't make any sense. Like why? Like why?
Yeah. Any other
Holy cow.
any other things you want to say before I tell you something?
Um I just want to say is of course if this if this moves forward like in the near future, which they probably will, I could see other independent teams run fell bodies. Like maybe we could see the Robins, maybe some other independent teams,
No,
like maybe send
no.
him.
I would hate that.
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that happening.
Anyway, so before you go, I just want to tell you, make sure that you watch the original Freestyle Mania, so you,
I'll watch it. Trust me.
so you understand.
I'll watch it. I'll
Yeah,
watch it. Trust me.
I think there's like some people's recordings like on their old cameras, like Izod or Nassau Coliseum had one. That's from my knowledge, and I think there's some other ones that had like the dirt track as well. So yeah, definitely check those out, and you could always message back.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. All right. And let's see. I think let's see. Raw Dog, are you on?
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. All right. So yeah, because I saw you in the weight room, but you weren't,
Right.
and then you didn't ping. So I was just making sure.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. That's my fault.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much you just put at and then just put my username, and then that'll let me know that I'm good, or yeah, that you're
Okay.
ready.
Sweet.
Anyway.
So talking about Freestyle Mania.
Yeah. So yeah, we were just talking about Freestyle Mania. What's your thoughts on this Freestyle Mania, and did you ever see the original?
Oh yeah, I grew up watching Monster Jam, so I don't like it. And me personally, with the point series, like it actually being in a point series that leads to World Finals, I don't like that as much. I mean, drivers like I feel like going up to World Finals, it should be about the drivers, not adding side acts to it. If you want to do it as a summer tour, like how they did last year, I agree. I believe that they need to add more side acts and do something different with the track because I was really excited when it came in to be a thing. Like I was like, oh, maybe they'll change up an arena track, do something different, maybe kind of like how it was, and it just a regular arena event with FMX points tied in.
Yeah, and it's definitely terrible. And again, there's a reason why I'm probably not. No, I'm definitely not going to Newark because they're having one there, and I'm not doing it because I went to the original twice at the Izod Center, and since I have that prior experience to the previous event, I think that would make me feel infuriated more if I actually ended up going. Because I think I'd just be nitpicking every fucking thing I see.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine being a fan, like going in, like you're just a random fan, and you hear Freestyle Mania, and then you see the track in Greensboro.
Yeah.
It just looks like a regular arena event.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add or talk about?
Um, I just thought I would add about the. Is it okay if I go off kind of like the Ryan Anderson situation with the 15th anniversary?
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah,
uh,
I
bef-
kind of just went off on my. I just finished recording a video for my YouTube channel on the review of the weekend, and
ooh,
I went off, dude.
I'll be sure to check that out.
Oh yeah.
Now before you do your part, I just want to let everyone know if you haven't. So as I've gathered, apparently there's two different anniversaries that are going on: El Toro Loco's 25th anniversary and Son of a Digger's 15th. So El Toro Loco has has like a logo just on like the bottom quarter panel. Okay, I mean it's like a team thing, whatnot. But then you get Ryan Anderson. He just has a 15 on his hood, and that one makes me very, very confused. But before I say anything, Raw Dog, you can go ahead.
So, like you said, El Toro, I understand because it's a team thing. You know, like there's not like a main driver. You know, there's not the guy that like created the El Toro name. There's not like a Lupe driving anything like that. With Ryan, he's the dude. Like he's the guy that drives Son of a Digger, right? And I mean, you saw Dennis back in the day; he got bodies. I mean, even recently, you saw Tom get a body for his anniversary, and Ryan got a sticker on the hood. like, like the intro was cool and all, but like looking at Ryan's story on like Instagram and stuff, he looked so disappointed by a little hood sticker, and they're obviously probably not going to do anything. If they do anything for it, it might be World Finals, but I doubt even that.
And yeah, anything else you want to add?
Uh, that would be it. Just honestly, I'm very very disappointed about the anniversary and about that. Just because Ryan was even posting on Instagram about it. Uh, like what should I do for 15th anniversary? And honestly, I feel like that was more of a call to Feld and the higher ups there, maybe asking him or asking them if he can do something than him actually wanting to do something.
And yeah, oh yeah, he posted that. That's actually that's more baffling. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So again, thanks for joining, and of course, if you want to join
Yeah.
back, you're always more than welcome. Just make sure you at me at the general chat.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
All right. And that was Raw Dog, of course. And you can check out his channel. I believe he also commented on the top chat. So yeah, Ryan Anderson just gets a fucking sticker on the top of the hood. Like that's all he got. And like it's funny. All Feld has to do is one body, not like 5 or 6 bodies. They just have to do just one body, just one body. Like they just have to change up the design for just one truck. That's like the easiest thing in the world, you know. That's why with Dennis, hell, for Dennis, they did 2 bodies and they swapped them week by week by week. One green, one purple, one green, one purple. Like, and Feld was in the middle of that. So, like, if they could do that, how the hell could they not do anything for Ryan? Once, if we get to a 20th anniversary, and if Monster Jam still owns, Son of a Digger and Gravedigger and whatnot at that time, again, it's very unpredictable at this point. If they don't do anything for the 20th anniversary, I swear to God. Because when you get to a O number, like 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0, that's when, you really got to do something. Like, it better not be a grade bigger 40th where they just slap some stickers and, like, nothing special. And again, it was, well, 5 or 6 trucks again. So you might make that argument, and also Dennis is retired. But with Ryan, he's again the sole man, and if he's still driving up to that point, or even by the World Finals, they better do something for him, because Ryan's given so much to the industry. And again, he's another driver that I really respect, because he just cares about what the fans want. And heck, he also made sure to call out, that some of the rule changes were bullshit on like that Gears and Nachos podcast. If you haven't seen that one video I did, it was part of that where it was about the world the Monster Jam freestyle time rule that they did. So yeah, I love when drivers call things out and making sure that fans come first. And Ryan is definitely somebody that I thoroughly respect. So he definitely deserves a special body. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move on to another discussion with Monster Jam. And this one is brief. We're just going to quickly go over this. They are not fucking around with the penalties. Points deductions are getting crazy. There was one point where Blake Granger was like first in points or something. And then he went and got a time infraction during freestyle, which the penalty was 7 points, and that dropped him. Actually, wait, there was another there was another penalty. He also got one the day prior for a time infraction during skills. Like, skills. How quick does your runs have to be to get a freaking time infraction for that? Yeah, so he got 2 7 points penalties, which dropped him to 5th. Jesus. Carson Williams, he got a penalty for a boundary infraction, which means he hit the wall. And then we have Ashley Sanford. She got a boundary infraction during intro. Wait a second. You can get this during what the fuck, Feld? Infraction during intros. 5-point deduction. I am not making this shit up. It's right here. It's right here. Look at it. What the fuck is going on at Feld headquarters? Matt Cody. Also we should just get rid of points. We at this point, get rid of it. It's like it's so tough to even follow this crap. Anything to give the fans more would be nice. Like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And again, you can see why I don't usually watch Monster Jam anymore. Because if I do, I will have a crazy nitpick on like 3 or 5 different things. Alright, let's move on. Hot Wheels. This actually goes to other tours as well. If you guys know, Monster Truck Racing Open Championship, or Monster Truck Rock, or MTROC, they went and posted something just about as the year was beginning. This is the Monster Truck list for the most events by a promoter. Renegade with 38, Monster Truck Insanity Tour with 42, Full Throttle Monster Trucks with 47, Malicious Monster Trucks with 61, 2 Extreme Live with 79, All-Star Motorsports Productions with 83, Monster Truck Wars with 131, and AMP Live Events. I think those guys are Nitro and the X Tour combined, I believe. They got 146. And I think they also got like other stunt shows and whatnot, so that definitely added up. But let's focus on the top 2. Now, keep in mind, these are not all the tours. Again, if you take a look at the Discord, there is a fuck ton of more Monster Truck tours. There's just a endless supply, and plus there's new tours that are coming up, like the Monster Truck Roundup, which seems very promising. This is the top too, if you're looking right now at the chat, just had to double check just to make sure you guys saw it. We have Monster Jam with 384 and Hot Wheels 296. Now, keep in mind, this ain't off by much. Although it may look like it may be off by quite a lot, it actually isn't really. Again, it's not like Hot Wheels is only doing like 131 and then they just get blown out by that number. They're honestly close. They're just 88 events apart compared to Monster Jam. Yeah, Monster Jam and Hot Wheels separated by 88 events. Now, the reason why Monster Jam is up because, again, they have quite a lot of stadium events, so that's definitely a reason. Again, Hot Wheels doesn't have really like any big stadium events yet. They currently do stadium events, just a few of them internationally, and they're planning on doing a big one in the US for the first time. But if we were to take away Monster Jam's stadium presence and we compare that with Hot Wheels, that's something, because with Hot Wheels, they're doing 3 events a week, just like Monster Jam's arena department. Again, if we were to not focus on stadiums, arenas, they are neck and neck, like very close. And again, this is what I want to try to answer in my video next month, which is how the heck did Hot Wheels get this successful this fast? Because now that's the number that they reached for 2025. And again, I wish that they were to post like the type of events like separately, like have whatever stadium events and then this number of arenas, because I want to know the number of the arenas the arena events for both of these tours. And again, it is very, very close. So again, if I was somebody at Feld, I would definitely encourage to change up the arena events, maybe even retire the arena pod or something to shake things up a bit, because Hot Wheels is right on their trail when it comes to the arena department. Stadiums, obviously, Monster Jam is just not contested. They are long gone, and like nobody's going to be touching them in stadiums right now. But the arena department, they are very close, and there could be a chance where Hot Wheels could possibly be right up there, maybe more, maybe less. But yeah, that's my thought on it. Again, if I was either or company, don't sleep on another. I mean, you know, Hot Wheels is doing their thing, but Monster Jam, do not sleep on Hot Wheels. Spice things up, get things crazy, actually compete, and don't dim down your fucking product. Because then if you do, you're going to see more empty seats. Because again, Hot Wheels has the glow party, so even if they were to put on a lackluster show, they can easily make up for that with lights for like a casual, you know, family. But Monster Jam doesn't have that, so I guess they just have backflips now. That's like their only thing that makes them stand apart, because Hot Wheels is starting to do nose wheelies now. So just keep that in mind. All right, we got CRD back in chat. What is your thoughts on the amount of events that's been going on?
I mean, honestly, like I did just come back, so I was kind of AFK. So but I heard you talking about the arena pods and stuff like that. If you remember my personal opinion, to bring back the old arena style where they had a good decent middle jump, and then they had 2 side crush cars racing ramps. If you remember that, if do you remember that, where it was like old style?
Yeah, well, Hot Wheels has the old concrete Thunder National style, but Dirt, I do remember. I think Monster Jam kind of like transitioned. They had sometimes
Yeah.
they would have straight line, other times they would do Chicago. They kind of changed things up a little bit, especially if they were
Yeah.
on dirt.
Yeah, because I remember my first ever Monster Jam event was in Arena in Milwaukee. This is before the Pfizer Forum. I think this was in the Arena or something like that. And I remember it was Pablo Huffaker and Gravedigger, Crustacean, the original Crustacean, and it was a Monster Jam. Um, Lucas Soil, uh, uh, not Stabilizer, but what was the original Lucas Oil? Not before
Uh,
it came.
oh, Lucas Crusader,
Not Crusader. It was a pickup truck.
a pickup.
Lucas. It was like a lightning bolt style.
Um,
Uh,
was that also called stabilizer? Because
was
I know there was like an original stabilizer truck from somebody. I forgot what that was. Um,
yeah, but it was like
uh,
Lucas something.
oh, it might
But
have
you get
been
what I mean, right?
or equalizer. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
back to the point. I remember they had like dirt style where they had a giant middle part to it. I feel like if they bring back that but modernize it a little bit, I think that will help them bring back kind of the peak for arenas, and it'll, like you said, change up some things, but also keep the lineup, and like it'll I think it'll kind of put them back in the right path to outdo like Hot Wheels, because Hot Wheels is right behind them nowadays.
Yeah, like stadiums, Monster Jam's long gone, but arenas, yeah, they're pretty much neck and neck at this point.
Yeah, and I would definitely say get rid of the uh, the stunt the stunt BMX guys. That's just that's just a killer vibe in my personal opinion. Cause like that, like, cause I don't know if it could just be me because I work for Too Extreme, but like Monster Jam nowadays just feel like they just run out of ideas, so they're just copying independence, because like they copied um uh the school bus, they copied the construction from JC Digatron and stuff like that. Um, but like I said, I think if they go back to like Triple Threat series or something like that, I don't know. I feel like it would be a lot better than what it is nowadays.
Yeah, Triple Threat, that was something that I thoroughly love. Again, I'm not just an old school fan lover. I'm also a sport lover. You know, because Monster Jam was at one point trying to look more sporty in like 2016 to like 2022 ish. That was like their sporty era. And yeah, I remember Triple Threat, and that was definitely something that I thoroughly still love to this day. I miss it. I saw it quite a few times at Newark, and yeah, that was definitely
Yeah,
very, very fun stuff.
because like it showed each driver's true potential and who was actually better, not just in a truck, on
Now,
every
oh,
which way.
and not only that, the show was longer. I mean, you had
Yeah,
racing. Skills was like 3 hits at the
was.
time in arenas. Then you had donuts and freestyle, and then for the other stuff that they did the ATV racing and the speedster racing. Like it was fun shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not to mention, but like when it was skills, a good popper back then was good, and yeah, there was a cool, where they started doing moonwalks and stuff like that, but not modern stuff, not bicycles, just a good moonwalk and a good sky wheelie. That that made my day. You know what
Mm.
I mean?
And yep.
But
Is there any other things you want to say about the topic of Monster Jam and Hot Wheels pretty much having a pretty close battle now with events? As last year they were separated by 88 events, and if you were to take
uh,
away the stadiums, it would definitely be pretty close.
I guess from Monster Jam wise, they should probably also get rid of the concrete arenas. It's just kind of stupid in my personal opinion.
Hmm.
But at least Monster Jam has a better music taste than Hot Wheels, like Gummy Bear.
Gummy bear. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Sirity.
Adios.
All right, and before we continue, I want to give a quick shout out to All Monster. All Monsters is in the chat. They put, "Thanks for being awesome, dude. Just stopping in quickly, of course, and it's always great to see you on here." As of course they are a big support on the on TF Motorsports. That's why we have them with their, you know, I try to make like a ad for them for Motorsports Hour and several other stuff. I'm actually working on one right now, which when I get to it, hopefully I could try to finish it. So, and yeah, so before we continue again, I want to give another shout out. KSR Motorsports, of course, is gearing up for their new season. They currently have one event listed as of right now. Jack is currently trying to get some more events in, which she's finalizing a few. So one of those events is going to be June 20th and 21st at the New Jersey Motorsports Park during Father's Day weekend, with both shows starting at 7 p.m. So be sure to go to there and have some fun with KSR Motorsports. And there should be a ad soon for that, made by me. I'm just finalizing it, making sure that everything is good with the sponsors and whatnot, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's move on over to NASCAR, because we got a couple things that's been going on with the old NASCAR smash car. So new points for NASCAR for 2026. As I have this in my notes, and we're going to pull this up right now. We're into NASCAR territory. So they're officially returning to a 10-race chase for the Cup in 2026. 16 drivers, 55 points instead of 40 for a race win. Stage points still awarded, no playoff points. Fucking finally. I mean, how long was that? Again, I remember when I did that video talking about the playoffs. I remember seeing comments like, "Are you mad because Joey Logano won?" No, I'm not. I'm just saying he had a terrible average finish. Like, again, I don't necessarily like extremely hate any drivers. I just watch it neutrally and just give my opinions like down the middle, like kind of how I do with everything else. But with how they were awarding the champions, it was just terrible what they were doing. And I mean, last year wasn't too bad, although again it was heartbreak because I really was hoping that Denny Hamlin would finally get it. But although I'm also a Larson fan as well, so again, kudos to Larson. But 2024's championship was definitely really, 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 really bad with like the average finish that he was doing. So hopefully this will actually shake things up and actually make it a little bit better. Again, I was really hoping for a full season championship, but I mean, I'll take this. You know, it's actually something that will make it better, and it's actually a full new thing that they're finally doing after quite some time. They introduced the playoffs in like what was it, 2017 or 2018 it was? I forgot when that was. But again, I am very happy that we are finally getting something. Actually getting something. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be covering NASCAR this year, that's for sure. And not only that, but of course, I'll be watching the NASCAR Weekly Podcast again. Shout out to those guys. They do really awesome work with their podcast. So, now, let's go ahead and let's start shifting gears also on a topic of NASCAR that I am going to pull up in just a moment here. So just bear with me. Okay, so I have this on my phone, so you're not able to see, but Steve Phelps leaves NASCAR. Fuck yeah! Again, I'm glad. We need to we need to actually go and make this sport better and actually last. So that's another good step. Get that douchebag out of here. As again, there was just a lot of terrible bad press last year, especially with them going to court and then all the other shit coming out that I'm not going to read. Again, you could always go to, Eric Estep or you could go to the Iceberg or Danny B Talks, But yeah, I really, really am glad that that Steve Phelps is that he is actually out of the NASCAR helm or commissioner, and we can actually get somebody else in there, and the chase is back. So expect some NASCAR videos on TF Motorsports. Expect that. And now we're going to move on to Supercross really quickly. Eli Tomac, I believe. Let me just double check here. Monster Energy Supercross. Again, keep in mind, as I've said, Feld also owns them. I'm guessing for Supercross and Monster Jam, there's like two different leaders because it is a stark contrast. Supercross looks fucking awesome, and then Monster Jam just looks very like kiddie. Like I want the presentation to be like Supercross. It just looks freaking nice. Anyway, so for Supercross, yes, it was Eli Tomac in the 450 class that got the win in the first round, and I am actually contemplating on getting Peacock because I want to watch Supercross like really bad, especially since I don't have really a lot to watch until February. So yeah, and let me go ahead and get the standings here. And I just pulled up a video instead. Okay, here's the standings for the Monster Energy Supercross Series. Eli Tomac in the lead over Ken Roxon. Again, two top drivers that are so recognizable just at first and second. So very, very fitting. And everyone's pretty close. Not too spread apart. Again, I'm still learning on how they do their points, but I definitely want to watch more Supercross because especially now, within the last few years, I really have been enjoying Supercross more than I did prior. All right, so we talked about that. Let's go ahead and let's move on now to Monster Truck Wars because Michael Harper has a new truck for that tour, and this one being Locomotive, as Sheriff has been retired. That truck was around since the beginning of the tour, and of course, if you have watched Motorsports Hour last year, you saw Sheriff in competition, and thankfully, at least I was able to see the truck before it retired. So yeah, that was Scotticoke last year. But now, brand new truck, Locomotive, and it actually looks good. I'm surprised they actually went and actually made it look good. I was not expecting it to look good. I was expecting Locomotive to be, almost look like a copycat of Crazy Train, but it actually now looks like its own identity and its own train, Because obviously anybody can make a train body or a bus body or whatnot, but at least with this one, they decided to go and do something different with the body. Instead of, being like Crazy Train where it's a full train body, Locomotive is actually like a hybrid, like part train, part truck. Like it has the flatbed and everything. It's a very, very, very cool design. And smoke actually also comes out as well. So I just love the detail, and then you also have the wheel plates. It just fits perfectly. I think they really went and did well with this truck. All right, so I think I have one last topic, possibly. So All-Star Monster Trucks went to Florida, and they went and got some air, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of those air shots. This is just a few. Just air. Flat out air. Like, come on. And perfectly clears the pond as well. But yeah, so they were just at Naples, Florida, and then they're going to stay in Florida for a couple more weeks as they're going to go to Davie, Florida this weekend. So definitely keep your eyes on All-Star Monster Trucks with their Monster Mashers Championship Series. And of course, keep your eyes out on Toughest Monster Truck Tour, as they were just at Arizona, and they went and had a pretty darn good few shows. So this was from the Facebook live stream. You could see lineup is relatively the same, except I think Jurassic Attack was last year, I'm not sure. But Velociraptor also was very different. I don't think I've seen Velociraptor at on like toughest videos yet. But one thing I do want to point out, again, if Monster Jam did this in an arena, or even during a normal stadium event, like this thing is tall, like really, really tall. And hell, this is what they used to do. They used to do these things, and they just pile all this dirt and just have it up like this. They would call it something like the Monster Hill. I miss when they did shit like this, and I'm glad Toughest is still keeping this thing around. Anyway, so one last thing before I go, just want to go ahead and wish the best luck for Wayne Shahaki of Avengers Racing again. Shortly, I think this was like just a few days after the last episode of season 2, his channel went down. I was trying to figure out, was it Feld? Was it just the YouTube AI bot that's just been going around? Like, I was trying to figure it out. I just didn't know what it was. And I really don't understand why they had to do that. Because now, look, I'm on YouTube right now, and if you were to take a look at Avengers Racing, you'll get these very odd videos that are just stupid, freaking, trying to think of the name. These content farm bullshit, like, that just rots kids' brains, would first pop up. Then you would actually get an Avenger freestyle, and then just the Avengers from Marvel would show up. Yeah, you can see that his channel is just far gone. The only way that you can actually see him mentioned is in this video from Mac Bulldog Mac, which shows in this in the title of the video. And yeah, you just keep scrolling. Channel's gone. Yeah, so whoever took down Wayne's channel, go fuck yourself. That's all I'll say. Go fuck yourself. Alright, guys, so thank you so much for joining here on the podcast, as we're going to keep doing this like this. as we'll be starting every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, whenever I have a topic that I'll be bringing up, you will be given the honor to join in on the chat. First, going to the weight room, ping me, and I'll let you in. So thank you guys so much for tuning in live here on the podcast, and we will see you next Monday night here on TF Motorsports on the YouTube page.